nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper.
I wanted to talk about men and intimacy, and you know what I mean. Because men claim they can have intimacy and not care about the person that they're having it with. Personally, I do not believe a person can be intimate with another person and not feel anything. You would not want to if there's nothing extremely pleasurable or strong feelings attached to it. And I know people will say, oh, that's the woman way of thinking of it. It's actually not. It's a human thing. Human beings seek out other human beings for companionship, friendship. Children need it, babies need it, human beings need it, whether they're male or female. Now, and I know that this is how some present their view, but to be honest, this is not what they are feeling within. I don't believe what they say. They can say whatever they want to their friends, they can say whatever they want to women, they can say whatever they want to the public and society. But men, like women, crave human interaction, love, care, safety, and emotional connection, which is human, period. The type of intimacy they want is not to have their vulnerabilities exploited or used against them, because that hurts. As a human, regardless of gender, it hurts. They want a woman that doesn't want their money, because to give a woman their resources and then the relationship doesn't work out is painful for them. Also, if they want a younger woman, besides the ones that are looking to exploit, but usually it is to control, to not get the same ending. They're thinking, well, this woman may not know as much yet, so they can control her, so they can keep her in a certain position. I'm not applying this to all. Yes, there are arrogant pricks, self serving people, egomaniacs, violent men, unstable and unhinged people. I'm speaking of the ones that clearly want companionship, but they put on this facade and you can kind of see through. They are afraid to let their guard down because the pain of someone taking advantage. Them being in love with that person more than that person is with them is a scary thought. And if that happens, or things end badly, or the person expresses they don't want to be with them and they're not in love with them, they will feel like a simp. And they know very well what women are feeling when we're guarded, because they feel the same way. Even though that doesn't make you a simp, that means you're a human being who can love and has positive traits to give if you try. And I think it's a cop out when you have that experience. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't be guarded. Learn from it. Learn red flags and pink flags, of course. But to outright say, you know what, I had this experience, I tried this one time, and now I'm just going to be hell on wheels to every woman that I meet, it's not good. And one thing that I notice, and it gets to them, and I can understand it, is men sometimes when they express their emotions, they will be called gay. A lot of men who are light skinned, and these are jokes I've heard even within my family, they will be called soft and be seen because of their light skin as feminine. Because on the flip side, dark skinned women, because their skin is dark, is seen as masculine, which is dumb, because when you look at these women, they're very feminine. You are not going to mistake these women for men. They're women. You can tell. And with the light skin, you can tell that this is a man. And people who think that way, they have the problem. You know, if a man is expressing feelings with other men, sometimes they will be called a Mitch. You know what I mean. among other names that are used to question a man's masculinity. Women engage in that too. Thinking about this and looking into this, it shows why people dislike Russell Wilson so much. When it comes to men disliking Russell Wilson and men like him, it's because Russell Wilson and men like him are doing something that seems scary to do. They're opening themselves up, which again is hard to do. Even for women, it's hard to do. And they are taking a chance, even though it could end badly. Because we know one thing that Russell said about his wife is that he is scared to lose her because he knows, you can't control anybody. You can't make anybody do anything that they don't want to do. And if a person wanted to leave, they could leave. And that's scary to him because he has opened up himself, his resources, and everything. And he's trying to be a good man, trying to give his all, wants to have that loving family, wants to have that relationship. It is scary to lose that all, or, have someone else make a decision where he could lose it all. That is terrifying. To a lot of men, it's scary to think about, and they would feel like a simp because that's the word that's going around now, is being a simp. And they are literally saying, almost like a man opening the door for a woman, they're a simp. A man loving a woman, he's a simp, because they don't want to take that chance and be hurt, or they have been in a situation where they were hurt that the person left. They don't want that to happen again. They don't want to experience that again. Him saying that, he enjoys his wife, he loves her, he enjoys her, he loves his family, and he wants to be present with them. If men are honest, they know they want that too. They fall into societal pressures of manhood, which is leading them further away from what they want. The emotion they think that will lead them to success with women, which is proven not to work, is control, dominance. Women have to be subservient, sex with multiple partners. Right now, they are lonely. They can't talk about their feelings to some women, their friends, even male family members. With the actions of other incel men and the manosphere and unmarried, unpartnered dating coaches, they are making it harder on men by giving asinine advice, fake stories, and impossible standards to meet. It seems therapy would be a good start for men that need to get things off their chest, that need to get all of the emotions off of them, that someone who will not betray their trust. I think therapy would be a great thing for men to explore, because you won't have someone judging you. You can sit there and talk about how you feel and go deep in your feelings, which will make you feel better, and you would get clarity of mind to make decisions, and you would get pressure off of you, and maybe even get some very helpful advice. If you have a pastor, if it's a good one, not out here living, a certain type of lifestyle, but they're a good one, that would be a good resource. If you have a trusted friend or someone who, you can talk about anything with, that you feel like you can, that would be a good resource. But I think the therapist would be the best one, because I think you can go deeper without reservations to get everything out. It's just you and that person. They cannot tell anyone your information. I'll go ahead and leave it right here. Let me know what you think. If some men want to offer their opinions or whatever they think, I have some articles. I'll leave them in the description box, and I will see you in the next one.